We said cheerio to the Queen of Mean.
I honestly feel so sorry for you.
Then we made Rachel regal.
I've never been treated like an actual princess.
And had a beautiful bake.
Secret ingredient to chocolate chip cookies is chocolate.
This is your The Bachelor Season 25, Episode 5 recap. Grab your glasses. It's time for Roses and Rosé. Hi, everybody. It's me, Lauren Zima. And I'm wearing gold hoops today because all the women wear gold hoops, and we are moving forward in togetherness. What did you think of this episode? We finally said goodbye to our Queen of Mean, Queen Victoria.
I honestly feel so sorry for you.
And I have to say, cheers to that.
Goodbye.
We also had some fabulous one-on-one dates. We're gonna talk about it all. Let's get to it. Oh, everyone, so I started off by writing down, we are 30 seconds in, and Victoria has said one mean thing every 10 seconds.
We haven't even started the hazing process.
Ew, they're so... It's just disgusting. Disgusting.
This behavior is not okay.
The queen has arrived, bitches.
In these 5 episodes, Victoria has gone from fun screen queen to just plain mean.
Catalina's the dumbest pro I've ever met.
And after last week's episode, I honestly had to give my brain a break. I had to find a way to calm down.
On your mark. Get set, bake!
And the solution was a perfect bake. Do you guys watch the Great British Baking Show? I love this show, I really do. I've been watching it for a while, but especially last week because I needed the perfect combination of interest and escapism. Of, oh, that's funny, but also, oh, that's soothing. And that's what that show brings. It's just calm British people baking. The most drama that they have is if somebody forgets to preheat their oven.
I haven't even set my oven. Oh well.
Over at The Bachelor, we're on fire.
This whole place is messy. It is a hot mess in here.
But I do love The Bachelor. You know I love this show. It's the gift that keeps on giving, and this week it gave us what we needed, some regal resolution.
I don't give a
So yes, we are getting ready for the rose ceremony. And Victoria is curling her hair, I think, with a Dyson. And Katie is trying to just do her makeup in the light. I loved it. Cheers to Katie. She's just trying, you know, she's surviving. She's out there on a balcony with her compact mirror. Charlotte Tilbury, I do like their stuff. We are at the cocktail party, and Matt is here to mix this drink up right.
I wanted to address something that was brought to my attention last night.
Cheers to Matt for pointing out everything that's been wrong.
The environment in the house, how toxic it is, old women and new women, this us versus them, really a culture of bullying. Some rumors that were floating around. If you're having to belittle someone else for you to shine, then those aren't the qualities I'm looking for in my life.
But Matt is doing more than that. Matt is going to go right to the main ingredients.
I don't get enough time with you all. And now I gotta deal with this.
AKA Anna and Victoria, yes. And Matt goes to Brittany and he tells her he knows that this escort rumor is a complete lie.
And that's why I wanted to address it, because it is a rumor, it's a lie.
I see the relief washing over Brittany's face, and I felt that too, and it felt nice. You know, it felt like a nice little cleanse, like we're getting back on the right track. It felt like we'd proven our dough properly, and it was rising. I don't know anything about baking other than what I've seen on that show. Oh, don't put me in a kitchen. So Anna is saying that she made a stupid comment.
I said something that was rude about Brittany.
But she's also like, who went to Matt about this?
I'm just like, who the went to him?
And then Anna and Matt talk, and she tells him she feels horrible, that she regrets the things she said.
I am so sad. Immediately, I felt horrible about it.
That she's breaking out into a rash.
Like I'm breaking out in a rash because I'm like...
And, you know, another cheers to Matt because he advises to take responsibility and grow.
Ultimately, I've had to take responsibility for my words and my actions, and I've grown from it.
Rise like that dough. You gotta expand and you gotta rise, okay? Yeah, why does dough do that? Anna seems to be realizing what's happening, so she is now making crying sounds. But rather notably, there are no tears. Matt says,
I owe it to these women to create a safe space for them.
and he puts Anna in a Vanna.
Can't see you being part of that journey anymore.
She goes home. In the car, she says she is disappointed in herself.
I'm just really disappointed in myself. And that's what it comes down to.
And I will say this, she seemed, unlike some people we'll get to in a minute, to have some awareness of having done wrong. And Brittany did say at one point that Anna had apologized to her.
Anna had came up to me to apologize.
So I found a little bit of empathy for Anna here. What did you guys think of her exit? Let me know in the comments below. Thought it was the right thing for Matt to send her home. I will say that. We gotta clean house here. We gotta start fresh. We gotta clean up our stations for the next challenge.
For their second challenge,
I am getting very specific with these references. Now, we get back to the other women.
I feel like bullying is a very strong word, and toxic. I don't feel like the environment in the house is toxic, but
I concur.
do you guys think it is?
And I do like that the show does this. It brings up these discussions about real conversations and interactions that people have in real life. What crosses lines? What becomes too much? Obviously, we know some things here were too much. But it's good to have the discussions and grow, and it's good to apologize. And a lot of the women do that. Don't drink for every apology that is now happening.
I feel sick to my stomach that you guys were going through that and we were just completely oblivious to it.
I apologize for not being more open. And if something does bother you, like, please come tell me and we can talk about it. I'm sorry I took your crown.
It was just like silly.
What did you think of the apologies? I thought some were probably more sincere than others.
I do not think that you were treated fairly, so I wanted to make sure that that was known to you.
And that cues us up perfectly for
I'm never, like, malicious.
Victoria. Ryan, who's one of the new women, went and spoke to Matt and said that Victoria was part of the reason that the house environment was toxic. And she owned up to that. She told Victoria, here's what I said.
I mean, I talked to him just about how it has been difficult. I did, I referenced when you did the cheers.
Victoria responds by shutting her down, calling her fake.
It makes
Your actions look fake towards me.
Walking away from the conversation in the middle of the conversation and calling everybody losers.
But then these losers create these problems when everything is fine.
I don't think she gets it. And everything she said in this episode seemed to prove that. She says the other women are fake, but her good outshines.
Obviously, my good outshines any of the in the house.
She said, and I quote, I make the house toxic? That's completely crazy. There's no truth to that.
I make the house toxic. That's completely crazy.
And then she goes and speaks seemingly to a producer and says she is the only one for Matt.
Literally, there's no one in here he can marry besides me.
So it's the rose ceremony, and I thought the order of these roses was quite telling. Brittany gets the first rose, and she deserved that. Ryan gets the second rose.
Ryan, will you accept this rose?
And she deserved that. Rachel and Serena P get the next roses, because Matt really likes them.
Ladies, Matt is the final rose tonight.
And Victoria is going home.
Ladies, I'm sorry. You did not receive a rose. Take a moment. Say your goodbyes.
The queen has been overthrown. Also going home are Catalina, Mari, and Lauren. Back to Victoria. Victoria leaves by saying she knows she didn't do anything wrong.
I'm upset because I know I didn't do anything wrong.
And tells Matt she feels sorry for him.
I honestly feel so sorry for you that you would listen to hearsay and not all of the facts.
And perhaps most importantly, I think this was my favorite. This is gonna go down in franchise history for me. Victoria says she hates the name Matt now.
Never dating another Matt as long as I live, ever. I hate that name now.
We talk about age and maturity on this franchise. This woman is 27, you know? She's in her late 20s.
Like, he chose Katie over me. Ugh.
Do you think that Victoria can learn from her behavior and grow? She did not do two things that I think are important, own and atone. Let me know in the comments below.
The whole house is gonna feel like that I'm gone. Like, I brought so many people joy.
You know, I did think there was a missed opportunity here. Thought she'd throw the crown. Let's bring back the crown and let's throw it down. You know, we're gonna fix it. I'm done, and you're all annoying, and I hate the name it now! Ah!
Hey, Lauren. Reminder, she's not actually British.
Yeah, good point. And I went a little Dudley Dursley there.
36, but last year I had 37!
I'm just done. Oh, everyone, all of us villagers, commoners, peasants, let us rejoice. The queen is gone. The queen is done. The queen has left the castle. The Matzel.
I brought so many people joy.
Cheers to that. Yes, we went on this journey of watching some really toxic behavior from these adult women, and I think that there is value in also observing the resolution. And hopefully there's growth there, you know? I feel brighter and lighter. We're without the fighter. It's nice, you know, we're done with that. Now we're gonna have a little fun. It's a gift that keeps on giving!
Here's to turning a new page.
And now Chris Harrison is coming in here and he is giving us a date card, and Rachel gets a one-on-one. And some kind of white-gloved wizard is here to get Miss Rachel.
Hello, ladies. I'm looking for Miss Rachel.
What was the point of this man?
Today is your day.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna spoil you.
But Rachel is getting a very purposeful date. Rachel gets the pretty woman date. It's that date we've done before where we go shopping. But unlike some other dates, I never tire this one. It's a dream date. They are in a room full of beautiful clothes. Rachel gets to model them and take some home. Plus, macaroons! You guys, I love macaroons! Although you shouldn't try to make them on the Great British Baking Show. I have seen things go terribly wrong when contestants try to make macaroons because it's very difficult to get the crunchiness and the mushiness, the chewiness of the macaroon perfectly. And Mary Berry will come over and she will tell you that it is not a great bake.
They look okay.
Paul Hollywood will tell you, oh, that's not all right.
Just like every dog.
So just be aware that your flavors can be hard to maintain when you're trying to get that perfect macaroon. If you're making something else, like a cake, and you're trying to decorate it with macaroons, they're just not worth the time. They're gonna send you down. Anyway, I know what I'm having for dinner. So they have macaroons, they have champagne, they have this celebrity stylist guy.
Hey.
Hi! And we've been through so much, we deserve it. Let's have some fun. Don't drink for every dress that Rachel tries on. Rachel even gets some Louboutins.
Oh my God, oh my God, what?
Those red bottom shoes. Okay, did Matt buy them? It's a question I always have. And a lot goes right for Matt and Rachel on this date. Matt says that he and Rachel are very similar in how they look at life.
We kind of are on the same page on how we carry ourselves.
And they have a lovely kiss.
Oh, I fear.
Then Rachel returns to the house, and of course the other women are gonna be a little jealous. Don't drink for every bag that Rachel had. Cheers to Serena P for just saying how everyone felt.
You lucky bitch.
But I will say, I'm happy to point out, I raise my glass to this. The energy when Rachel returned was solid. Everybody overall was pretty happy for her.
She looks so happy. Oh my God.
We didn't have any of the Queen of Mean comments.
These losers.
It was very much like the atmosphere in the tent, where if you need a spoon, your competitor will grab it for you. It's all about support, even in the face of competition. Bake! And Rachel's date isn't over.
I feel like it.
I love it.
Her and Matt are going to dinner, and oh, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Give us the romance. Romance, love. We're back where we belong. And speaking of love, interestingly, we find out that like Matt, Rachel says she has never been in love before.
One of the things that you had said was that you'd never been in love before.
She also opens up to Matt saying she has low self-confidence, and she even thinks Matt is out of her league.
I don't have have like a lot of confidence in myself. Like I think you're out of my league.
What did you think of what Rachel had to share with Matt? Matt then tells her all the things he likes about her.
You've never been the loudest. You've never been the first one to run up.
Including that she is sure of herself.
And you're just as sure of yourself.
And I was like, what? Are we listening?
I don't have like a lot of confidence.
She just said she wasn't confident.
You're just as sure of yourself.
Oh, but I guess we are listening because they then tell each other that they are both falling in love with each other.
Rachel, I'm falling in love with you too.
That they could start a life together.
And I want to start my life with you.
That they could walk on out of here together.
Walk out of here with you.
Told you guys this date means something. Oh, or maybe they're just crazy.
Or maybe we're both crazy.
Maybe we're both crazy.
What? What did you all think of Matt and Rachel's conversation? I loved seeing them look in each other's eyes and kind of feeling the butterflies through the screen. But one thing I did wonder was, if they both say they've never been in love, then how would they know that they are both falling in love with each other? You know?
Or maybe we're both crazy.
Maybe we're both crazy.
Let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. But I do know that we need more women just like I need more wine. It's time for the group date. Oh, and we had our high highs with our celebrity stylist and our Louboutins. Now we're in our low lows, the dirt.
Hey, ladies. Hi. Welcome to the farm.
Yes, the group date is on a farm, which means that Rachel got champagne and these women got chickens.
Oh my God, get out of here.
Rachel got gowns, they get goats. And Rachel got designer shoes, they get... Yes, I think there had to be animal in there.
Ew, ew, ew.
Right? Right? I don't know, farms. And as they were going through this date, I did write down, I miss funny people. Have you guys noticed there's not really anybody comedic on this season? You know, I thought back to Nick Viall's season where they had Corinne Olympios digging through the mud.
When they told me to shovel poop, I was like, why? Why?
I wanted to laugh.
Can't escape the poop. It's like everybody trying to poop, poop, poop.
And especially with all the meanies that we had, I think we've needed that. Are you missing it? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, we're just zipping on through this because nothing was funny. But we are at the cocktail party, honey. And Matt is having some very meaningful, or is he, conversations with these women. First, he tells Chelsea he's very happy she's here.
I'm very happy you're here.
And they kiss. Then him and Abigail get emotional about growing up without their dads around.
But I can relate to not having a dad growing up.
And they kiss. And then Matt and Michelle have a beautiful chat.
I feel what you're feeling.
And they really kiss. But Matt just told Rachel he was falling in love with her.
Rachel, I'm falling in love with you too.
Who does Matt like? Yeah, you know, Matt's hard to read, isn't he?
The more time I'm spending with these ladies, the stronger my connections are growing.
So what do you guys think? At this point, who are the 5 women you think Matt is most interested in? Let me know in the comments below. Who is he mixing things up in the kitchen with? Oh, we're gonna get to that later. But first, I thought we were finished with the fighting.
Anyone here would ever like to talk to me? And if we want to get this out of the way, because this does not need to fester.
No. It's been difficult to tell at different points which women were really making the most mean comments, but ultimately I've narrowed it down to 3. Our 3 musketeers of mean. Anna, she's gone. Victoria, goodbye. But remaining is MJ. I think I was holding an invisible sword in my hand for that. Always on stage, in my mind. So Matt tells MJ that he heard she was acting in a mean way in the house.
And your name came up, actually.
How so?
It was like someone who was like an antagonist. You're making them feel like outsiders.
And MJ doesn't go the Anna route.
I'm just really disappointed in myself.
She leans more Victoria.
Obviously, my good outshines any of the in the house.
And says that is not me. I lead by example.
That hurts because, like, at the end of the day, like, I lead by example.
Don't drink every time she said she leads by example.
At the end of the day, like, I lead by example. I think I lead by example. I know that I'm honest. I lead by example. My actions speak louder than my words. Because I lead by example, Jessenia, so just
You're gonna act, you can act like...
If you're doing it, don't have to talk about it, because people see it. Did you think she was leading by example? Let me know in the comments below. MJ goes and speaks to the other women.
My character was put in question tonight. I was called an antagonist in the house. Anyone here would ever like to talk to me? And if we want to get this out of the way, because this does not need to fester.
She says that the floor is open for conversation.
The floor is open for a conversation.
And I'm saying it like this because the way that she said it didn't feel very open.
The floor is open for a conversation.
Unrelated, I do wish someone would have fixed that one hair of MJ's that was out of place for this conversation. Oh, they did. Okay, great. But we couldn't fix all this in this moment, so bottom line, Abigail gets the rose.
Abigail, will you accept this rose?
Wow. And that was nice because we hadn't seen Abigail in a minute. She was a really early favorite. What do you think of Abigail and Matt's connection at this moment? Let me know in the comments below. Matt and Kit are having a one-on-one.
Tonight is Kit's night, and I'm focused on how well we're meshing tonight.
They're baking!
Who cares about dinner? All I care about is cookies.
Oh, we are learning more about Kit. She says that she grew up in the spotlight because her mom is a fashion designer.
My mom is a fashion designer, and I grew up in the spotlight.
If you didn't know, Cynthia Rowley. I get a lot of Cynthia Rowley stuff at two of my favorite places, Marshall's and TJ Maxx. Cheers to that.
Ooh, fancy oven.
And Kit says she loves being in the kitchen. She says it a lot. Don't drink for every time she says it.
My happy place is like in the kitchen with my mom. I brought up to Matt how much cooking means to me. So,
ooh, fancy oven. Could do this every night.
I've told you how much being in the kitchen means to me, and it just made me feel so much more at home.
Kit also reveals that she has never been in love.
Like, I have so much love in my life, but I've never been able to find that, like, with the romantic partners.
Nobody's been in love this season. Are we worried? Let me know in the comments below. Matt and Kit have a lovely date and a snog. British word for kiss. I know my stuff. I read a lot of Harry Potter, but you guys know that. Harry Potter! Don't do it, Lauren. So as calming as I have found this episode, I was now starting to get a little stressed because Matt really likes Kit.
I love our time together.
Where will his heart go? I don't know. Cue calming thought from the Great British Baking Show!
It's a beautiful sponge.
What did you guys think of Matt and Kit's date? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, but back to the real stress. Ahead of the rose ceremony, MJ and JESSENIA have been called in.
MJ and JESSENIA, I need to know the truth.
It means that they're kind of going on a 2-on-1, but we can't really travel. So you know what? This show is the gift that keeps on giving. They gave me the comedy I needed. What was up with this shot of them both rolling out their suitcases? They brought them right down to the lobby. It was great. It was so over the top, I loved it. Then they were riding in the car together, and I just wrote down, this is awkward.
This is embarrassing.
Oh, but now they are waiting for Matt, and they are fighting. And you guys, I am just not prepared for more pettiness.
I never lied. The other night. I never lied. You don't know me.
And I stood with JESSENIA. Did you? Let me know in the comments below. MJ said she preaches harmony and peace.
You know what I stand for. I preach harmony, peace.
She kept saying JESSENIA was talking over and being loud when she wasn't.
I guarantee you he would have more respect for you if you owned up to it. Stop talking over me. Just because you say something louder doesn't mean you're right, JESSENIA.
I was getting a headache! And she tells MJ, you'll find out the truth when this all airs.
You'll find out the truth when this all airs, and so will he.
And you know I love when we break the fourth wall when it's a moment that deserves us to do so, and I felt that this moment was. Do you think MJ will own and atone? Let me know in the comments below. But we won't find out until next week!
Next week on The Bachelor.
We get next week's promo, and there is a fight with Katie.
You're lighting all these little fires everywhere. You are the freaking arsonist.
My heart's so fragile, I can't take all this. Oh, but luckily Tyler Cameron's here. Thank you.
Bro, there's so much I don't even know where to start.
And Heather from Colton season arrives, and that's interesting.
Hi, Chris.
Heather, what are you doing here? You could honestly destroy this whole thing for Matt.
What did you all think of this episode? I was glad that we got to feel a little sane, that we had some resolution, and I'm very excited for what's ahead. Tyler Cameron.
Bro, there's so much I don't even know where to start.
Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching Roses and Rosé. As always, I love to hear from you, so if you want to connect with me more, I am available on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Lauren Zima. You can also get a personal message from me if you want one for Valentine's Day, book it through Cameo. Thank you for watching. In a world full of confusion, you are so often my calm. Bye!